Hey everybody, welcome back to Life Under Deborah's Palm, where today we're going to take a look at whether or not you should move your loved one in with you, and I'm going to give you a bunch of things to think about when making that decision. Stay tuned. Alright, so as you can see, I'm hanging out on my porch today. I got this here funky post behind me, but whatever. So if you like this channel, please like, subscribe, share, and we're off. Get a pen and paper. I'm going to give you some things that you're going to need to write down so you all can think about what you want to do, how you want to do it, if you want to do it. We didn't do this, but if I already knew my limits. I already knew what I just wasn't going to do it for a whole bunch of reasons. And that's okay. I mean, if you really just can't do it, you just really can't do it. It's okay. Maybe you're thinking, well, we could do it for a little while. Let's see how it goes. And that's okay too. So here's what I want you to do. Ready? We're going to make a plan. We're going to make a 5-year plan. So gather everybody in your house, the adults, if you have teenagers in your house, or you have even younger children, I think should really understand the decision that's being made to within reason. Also, I would include, if you have any siblings that have agreed to do caregiving, they need to come to this meeting as well. And here's what you're going to do. So everybody is going to write down what they are going to be doing for the next 5 years. So maybe you have a teenager who goes, hey, I'll be in my first year of college in 5 years, but in the meantime, I'm playing lacrosse, I'm involved in the band, I'm involved in, I don't know, maybe somebody wants to be an Eagle Scout, whatever the deal is. What are they involved in? Adults, what are you involved in? What do you all want to do as a family, depending on the age of your children? You know, you want to go, maybe you want to go to the amusement park for the day, or you want to go camping, or you want to go fishing. Maybe you like to go boating, you have a boat or something. Maybe you want to go on a vacation, you have a family vacation, y'all want to go to Disney, or whatever it is you want to do. What are your plans for the next 5 years? And to the adults in the house, if you're both working full time, you need to write that down. What are your goals? What are you trying to accomplish in 5 years? Maybe your kids are older and you will be retired, or you plan on retiring. What are your plans for retirement? What do you want to do in the next 5 years? You're running around visiting grandchildren. Do you got weddings coming up? What's going on? Everybody, siblings included, everybody needs to make that list first. Now what we're going to talk about is how will caring for your loved one affect those plans? Especially for the person who's going to move them into their house. Siblings may say, yeah, I'm willing to do this, but as time goes, they may not be willing to do that for whatever reason, and you can get yourself all bent out of shape and whatever, or you can just understand they're not going to help you. And in this process, everyone needs to be really honest. Like, here's what could happen in dementia, and here's what I'm not willing to do. You know, if we don't admit our limits, this is just, it's going to be bad. How will caring for your loved one affect all the things you wrote down on your list of what you want to do for the next 5 years? I'm a realist, and I'm going to be really honest with you. You're probably not going to be doing very many of them. Your loved one is going to end up needing 24/7 care. Want to do something spontaneous? It's a beautiful day. Let's all go to the park. Maybe you can bring the loved one. Maybe it just doesn't work well for them. You're not going. Your kids are playing in the state finals or the sectionals or whatever, and you want to go make a day of it? Not without a sitter. Not without somebody who can stay 24/7. That is the reality of what is coming. Did you plan on working full time? I don't want to say no, but you are going to need to find either a day center that can take them. They're expensive. You're going to have to deal with the whole financial end. There are companies that will come to your house. You can hire somebody. Last I knew in this area, they were running about $24 an hour. Maybe your siblings will come for the day and hang out. Husband, wife, significant other, it's Friday night, you're like, hey, it's gorgeous, let's go have dinner here or there. Maybe your teenagers will say, sure, I'll hang out. See, it's really a lot of unknowns, and everything has to be very well thought out. And truthfully, there's a lot of things you won't be doing. That family trip to Disneyland, it's not going to happen probably. And I'm not really trying to whiz in your cornflakes, but you really need to think, especially if you have kids and you want to build memories for them, what are you giving up? It's just reality. The next thing I'm going to talk about is some of the things that happen with dementia. Not everything. They're not going to experience every horror story. They just probably won't. Your loved one will go through personality changes. My mother-in-law, who was a really crabby person, actually became kind of nice. My mom, who was the nicest person ever, is becoming really crabby, really angry. I don't know what's going on. She's literally thrown me out the last 3 times I visited her, and she's refused my visits, and it's really chaotic at the moment. Now, take those personality changes, and let's say you have younger kids. They may start screaming, swearing, calling names. Teenagers probably, they just would roll their eyes and go, well, yeah, grandma, grandpa's, that's how it's going. But what about little kids? Do you want your little kids yelled and screamed at like that? And it can create fear. It's really something you need to think about depending on the age of your family. Next thing. This is a guarantee. This is like a 100%, I think. If it's not 100%, it's going to be about 99%. Adult diapers. There comes a point where they will become incontinent. The brain does not pick up the signals that it's getting, and they will become incontinent. Honestly, can you change an adult diaper? Husbands or male significant others. Can you, if your wife, girl, whoever you're living with, if everybody goes out, can you change your mother's diaper or your mother-in-law's diaper? Ladies, can you do your father or your father-in-law? You really need to answer that question. It may sound harsh and weird, but it's coming. And can you do that? Are you okay with that? And you're gonna have to clean them up. It isn't just like here's a new one. Go change yourself. We have spent almost 10 years, 9 years. I guess we're at 9 years now. With assisted living facilities, and I have seen this more than once. The depends don't always hold the contents of what comes out. It will be on their clothes. It will, shirt too. Just kind of like having a baby or a toddler, it'll be everywhere. They won't realize it. They might try to change it themselves. They're stepping in it. They're tracking it everywhere. I have watched more than one aides chase somebody down the hall because they're going down the hall tracking it. Like I said, and only this time it's your house. It's your furniture. It's your carpet. It's your chairs. There is a reason that many of these memory care facilities have vinyl chairs. Can you handle that? Or is that the point where it's like, okay, now it's time for assisted living? But you really need to be honest. And that includes the siblings who want to come and help you. If you say, hey, we're going to a wedding for the day, they might go, oh no, deal breaker, not doing diapers. not doing it. And you need to know that. Everybody needs to really be as honest as they can. And if you're one of those that you really want to take care of them, don't get angry with those who don't. Everybody is different, and you really need to respect that. Can you handle with them? And women will do this as well, not quite to the extent that a man will. Men will pee everywhere. When they start to get confused with bathroom things, they may know they need to go. They'll pee in the middle of the floor. They'll pee in a plastic plant. They'll pee in a real plant. They'll pee on your chair. They'll pee on your furniture. I'm just telling you the truth. And you're going to be cleaning that. Can you do it? And can everybody do it? Can everybody handle it? You know, if you have kids that want to have friends over, they get that age, is everybody going to be able to handle that? Can you listen to the same question or have the same argument over and over and over and over? Maybe you've been working all day and 8 or 9 hours later, you just want to come home and crash, but now you are met with the same things over and over. Can you do that? Your loved one is going to want to go out and just go out. You know, we all, even with dementia, you know, they want to get out. They want to go out in the nice weather or whatever's going on. And on top of that, there will be doctor appointments and dentist appointments and stuff like that. If you're working, guess whose days off and vacation time or whatever is going to be used for that? Yours. And to be honest with you, if your plan is to work full-time until retirement and you're not retired yet, probably not. You're just going to reach that point, or they're going to reach that point where they're just going to need more help. Are you willing to give that up? Financially, can you give that up? Especially with whatever your plans are after retirement. Maybe you want to travel, or you have kids in another state, or you wanted to move, or whatever's going on. You really need to consider your life. There may come a point when your significant other or your siblings kind of go, when you say, hey, can you come and hang with mom or dad or whoever? And they kind of go, yeah, well, no, I'm kind of busy that day. When the people in your own house, whether it's your significant other or your kids, they're hiding out. They're in their room, they're in their basement, they're in the garage, they're she shed. That's a telltale sign that it's becoming too much. It really is the sign when nobody wants to deal with it, when everybody needs a break and you're the one that you feel like you're always stuck with it. It's becoming too much. And that's how it goes. It's okay. It's okay to admit things are too much. Some people, they love it. They would not put their parent in an assisted living facility for, all the money in the world. It's, everybody's very different. But if you're thinking, I want to move them in at least for a little while, get a grip on their finances, just help them. They're not that bad. And, they're pretty functional in the earlier stages. I'm telling you, get a plan B. And here's what plan B looks like. First of all, go visit some assisted living facilities. Get a grip and see if you know what their finances are doing. Maybe they can do private pay, or they have insurance, or maybe they're going to need private pay and Medicaid, or they need Medicaid. All those things you'll need to know before you go hunting for an assisted living facility. Even though you're not going to move them in yet, you need to do this. Go take a tour. Find one or two or whatever that you like and that matches whatever their financial situation is. Find out how long the wait list is, because should the day come when you just can't do it anymore, they're just harder. It's harder than you thought, and they're weirder than you ever could have imagined them being. Then you want to have an idea of the wait list. Around here, the place that we've used, I don't think we've waited more than about a month or two. That's actually very short. There are a lot of places that are like 6 months, 10 months, a year. I mean, you really kind of need to know, in case you need that, for plan B. Check out places whether they're private duty people or there's a lot of, I forget what they call them, like home care, comfort care, whatever. They're the ones that are about $24, $5 an hour. Have them in place so that if you really do want to go out to a game or something, that you can get somebody that'll come hang out for a few hours so that you can go. I would also do this, and I highly recommend this. Highly, highly, highly recommend this. Those of you with a Facebook page, get on a group. There are all sorts of dementia forums. Some are specific. It might be a Lewy body dementia thing, an Alzheimer's ones, a frontal temporal lobe dementia site, whatever. Doesn't matter. There's generic, general Alzheimer dementia Facebook groups. They're usually private. You just ask to join. They'll let you in. And what you need to do, and everybody really should need to do this. Anyone who wants to be involved in their care should really take a look at what gets posted there. People will ask questions. How do I handle this behavior? And you will really get a good hard look at the behaviors, the problems, the struggles, the guilt, the anger, the frustration. Doesn't mean you shouldn't do it, but go in with eyes wide open. Because thinking, you know, I'm going to bring mom or dad or grandma or grandpa or whoever to live with us and it'll just kind of make it better. It is a degenerative, progressive, deadly disease. And you really, the more you know, the better off you're going to be in this. But it will give you a really good look as to how people have handled things, but what they've come up against. And some of them take care of them for a while, and then they call uncle, and they move them. It's okay. If you are awesome and you can keep them home, it's okay. You know, you gotta let go of the guilt pretty early in this, because there's a lot to go around, trust me, whatever decision you make. So that's all I'm gonna share about that today. I hope all these things kind of help you, at least give you an idea of what to look at, what to look for, things to consider, and really think about. You know, really think this through and with your family. And the more honest you are, the better off you're going to navigate this. Hope that helps. Have a great day.